MMOXP, we all know, is the greatest website right now for coins. Team of the season is near. Get acquainted with my code META. That's code META for the best meta cards. Team of the season is near. Not just 8% off, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, if you purchase 30 million coins, you get an additional 4.5 million coins. So they have a added bonus when purchasing coins. That's why MMOXP is the GOATs. Now, if you also check their page out, they do have giveaways. So go check the description out right now. Yes, get it. Man, I'm gonna make this as sweet and as short as possible, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. Shout out the kid for the subscription, bro. If you are new here, that is your boy MetaMike. Team of the season time is here and upon us. Obviously, this is before Bundesliga team of the season. And obviously, I have a formation that, in my personal opinion, is the most ratty, most sweaty formation out, I think, throughout the whole of this FC25 series, bro, campaign. Very, very nice in terms of trying to get wins, yes. So let us get into it. I will showcase the exact tactics right now. Obviously, pin comment will be my code for the specific formation. I think this will be one of the first videos where I don't actually showcase gameplay because I actually gotta go soon. But what I'm trying to say is just copy and paste. Essentially, it's gonna actually help you. I always say don't just copy and paste, but to be honest, this time with the 4-2-1-3, bro, it's so OP. And yeah, I just feel like now majority of like higher division players are using it, obviously in elite and stuff. Now I did get 11 wins in the last obviously tactics. That was the 4-4-2/2, and then obviously transitioned into the 4-2-2 as well. Kind of the same thing if you really look at it, but with the 4-2-1-3, this time you actually have a midfield comprising of a cam, which is in the central, you know, so someone that can actually come back, collect the ball, and actually attack centrally, which is kind of nice to a certain point. Yeah, I do think that the 2 CMs is probably the main guys in your team. So you want someone that's a little bit taller, like a Ruud Gullit, alongside someone that's a little bit, you could actually say, more compact. I'm trying to find the specific player. Maybe someone like, I don't know, a De Jong. You could say maybe a McAllister, alongside obviously a tall guy like Ruud Gullit, which I know a lot of you guys have. So yeah, I would say 4-2-1-3 is the play alongside short passing. Now, if you obviously look at the amount of people doing these different tactics and stuff, not a lot of them do short passing. They mostly go counter and balanced. Now, why I like short passing, right? Because me personally, I use the tactic of 1-2s. So if you know how to like hold LB, obviously L1 on PlayStation, essentially what this does is it allows for the players to just move into position more freely and more effectively. I feel like if you are like starting a counter attack, it's only for starting counter attacks. It's the nice thing about it, but overall though, sometimes they can go out of position when in defense, so do bear in mind with that. I personally think if you like to do short passes, you know, those tiki-takas, 1-2s, quick like interplay, then I think short passing is for you. Personally speaking, balance is the best with this formation, but I like the short passing one, and that's why I have it, bro. Defensive approach being high now, I always said it as well. Most of the people are now are not going anymore at the 95 aggressive height because obviously stamina depletion, etc, etc. But yeah, I like the balance of having at least 2 CDMs and also having the press up top with the higher, you know, defensive approach line height. So having it 70, I feel like is the perfect balance. If you feel like maybe there's a little bit too much gaps, you can lower this to 50 and just play it like that. I won't lie, it will be very stagnant though. That's the issue. But if you like one that just plays by the back, bro, you know, plays it chilled, then I think 50 line height is decent for you. But yeah, I'm one that's, I think, pretty aggressive, bro. Like, I like to bring out my players, you know, out of position. I don't really care, bro. Sometimes I get pissed off sometimes, too much, bro, too easy, because the people in this game, they like to play very possessive sometimes. So yeah, overall though, that's going to be the formation, or the tactics more importantly. Let's jump over to the player roles though. Obviously within the player roles, you want to obviously occupy the plus. It just makes the AI much better in that certain focus. So whether it be like, for instance, goalkeeper Raya, when he has the plus for goalkeeper, and then basically whatever defend balance focus he has will be heightened, bro, if that makes sense. And with him, more importantly, I like Raya. It's not bad. Makes less mistakes than Pope. But honestly speaking, completely up to you what goalkeeper you're going to use. I personally don't have it at balance because I bring the keeper out myself. I feel like it's a little bit too erratic when you have what is it, at balanced, because they come out, the AI comes out themselves, and I'm like, nah, I'll bring the keeper out myself, buddy, thank you so much. But yeah, defender plus obviously for defensive center backs, of course, that's a given. Honestly speaking, I feel like sometimes this can be a little bit of a hoax, bro. Like, I think it was Turam at center back icon, the right back, obviously, SPC. Can play at center back. He only has defender plus, bro. And the man is insane. So it doesn't really matter too much. I feel like with the pluses, it's just a thing, you know. But yeah, you could say it's a give or take, bro. Honestly speaking, I like to have the pluses. It's kind of like bronze benching, bro, if that makes sense. But yeah, we've got bronze. Speaking of bronze, indeed. What a segue, bro. What a segue. We've got Lucy Bronze at right back, obviously Baltimore as well. With this formation, I like to have my fullbacks at defend because they're so compact. And they just stay at that position, bro. So you kind of had 6 players at the back. That's why it's so OP. You have 6 players at the back. You obviously have one like offensive CDM that can actually like push up a little bit, but not to the point where you're losing possession and you like, you know, don't have that midfielder. But yeah, I think with this formation, what makes it so OP is having basically 6 players at the back and only defending with your CDMs. Bro, that's literally it. It's so hard to get by because it's like having a brick wall, bro, if that makes sense. But yeah, as I said, the 2 most important positions probably going to be your 2 CDMs because these are the cards that are going to be literally the heart of the field. They're going to be sometimes attacking, but most of the time they're going to be defending and obviously tracking the runs of literally every other player in opposition. But yeah, as I said, man, my CDM root bullet, you could say, is my Coleman, bro. Very nice. I'm not gonna lie, like this card has really surprised me how good he is. I mean, I've got 11 wins with this team and Coleman was my CDM. Bro was cooking, and that was in the 4-2-2. We got Hasegawa. She's a little bit smaller, you know, especially with how bad gameplay is. You want someone that's a little bit shorter, that can turn, that can transition, especially in midfield. You know, losing the ball in the midfield, GG's. So having someone like Hasegawa that's a little bit more, you know, low center of gravity, more agile, I definitely think is a good play. And having a deep line, especially with a plus, roaming. Now, why I like roaming, I don't really like the build up, because if you actually look at the heat map, right, if you go build up, look at that. Too compact and too, what's the word, bunched, you could say. So with the defend, I like to have, sorry, not defend, with the roaming, I like to have her just chilling there because she acts like, kind of like a box-to-box, but also interceptor. And we obviously have the cam balanced. What I like about the balanced playmaker role is they actually do defend as well, as the cam. Like, anyone actually tracks back a little bit and actually does defend. This is what makes it so OP, bro. You literally have, you could call it almost 7 players defending when you are behind or in your own defensive line, you know, which is crazy, bro. But yeah, overall though, definitely think your cam is also your main important like position to obviously link the defense with attack, literally, bro. So yeah, in Moneri, I have his icon. Yeah, a little bit outdated, but very nice because he has the specific playstyle pluses, you know, whether that be quick step plus, it's completely up to you. I'd say with the cam, the best PS plus playstyle plus, sorry, is probably going to be the incisive pass plus. Tiki Taka is a nice one as well. And then something like a technical or a quick step, you know. But yeah, and then obviously the wingers, I don't really need to be speaking too much here, bro. It's inside forward balance. That's literally the given. Everybody does this when they're playing that's playing 4-2-1-3, because essentially what this does is they always where the ball is, and they kind of act like the ram, if that makes sense. Sometimes even going to the striker. That's if you want them to. You can go attack, I'd say, for your more attacking winger. But honestly speaking, I like the balanced one because they actually do track back a little bit. Also to collect the ball and kind of play those 1-2s, as I said, with the short passing. So yeah, the main man, Cristiano Ronaldo, advanced forward plus, bro. Beast. That's going to be the tactics though, boys. Hopefully I've explained it, you know, to your liking. Do hit that like, subscribe. I will leave obviously the pin comment with the code 4-2-1-3. Yeah. Very OP formation to get you those extra wins in champs. You have to be a rat, bro, especially now with team of the season, you know. So go for it, bro. Tell me what you guys get in champs. I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.